This is the tales of Mountain Creek Ranch. I'm having a great day over here at the Keeter Center at College of the Ozarks at Point Lookout, Missouri, south of Branson, Missouri. And I'm over here at the Keeter Center. Number one, they're one of my clients and I love them very much. But also the Keeter Center has partnered many times with Mountain Creek Ranch to bring their leadership team out to do strategic planning with us. And so today I'm back over in their neighborhood and I thought this was a perfect time, watching them decorate for Christmas, a perfect time to talk about some of the things that I'm learning as a leadership coach, both here at the Keeter Center and at Mountain Creek Ranch. You know, when I talk about leadership, I talk a lot about the different kinds of people we lead. We have the self-critic, the one that's so hard on themselves and sometimes leads themselves, and we feel bad even mentioning how they could get better. And then we have some that I call the pokers, the one that you have to poke every now and then and make sure that they're doing the right thing and that they're awake and that, do they really care? So now let's talk about the ranch. Where do we see pokers and where do we see those self-critics? I will tell you that the perfect analogy of a poker at Mountain Creek Ranch is our beloved donkey. The one that has knocked me over before, the one that brays when he's not supposed to, and the one that no matter how hard you want him to go in a certain direction, you have to just push and push and then sometimes pull, and he just stands there like, what's in it for me? And then there's Baymax, my beautiful, wonderful Baymax that I love so much, that just wants to please. And Baymax knows that when he does something that you don't like, oh my goodness, he's crushed. And then after he's crushed and he's like, I'm so sorry I didn't do what you wanted me to do, then he's like coming over and putting his head on your shoulder and nuzzling up to you and stuff, because he just wants to make sure that he's still your favorite and that you're still in love with him and you still believe that he's the best. He will beat himself up if he does something wrong in your eyes. But leaders, can we lead both the donkey and Baymax in the same way? No way. We cannot. It's all the little nuances and the little differentiators that we as leaders embrace to make sure that we are developing that relationship with Baymax to the best of our ability and allowing him to reach his full potential, and that we're managing that challenging relationship with that poker donkey and making sure that he too is reaching his best potential. So leaders, I've got some steps and some techniques for you. How do I lead both of those personalities on my team? Let's take a quick break and shout out to our sponsor. Does your financial plan have purpose? TrueNorth Wealth and Impact focuses on learning about your goals, the people important to you, and the impact you want to make. Your purpose, your true north. Learn more at findtruenorth.com. So just like there are steps to decorating the perfect Christmas tree, put the lights on first, then the ornaments, and then you can stick in all the little decorations. Just like that, there are steps on how to lead the different personalities that you may have on a team. So I'm going to walk you through these steps. The first step, no matter what kind of person I'm leading, is to get to a higher vantage point, to really get up tall and assess the situation and see how this behavior or this mistake or whatever has globally impacted the situation. So rise to higher ground and kind of reflect before I ever try to engage with that person. I need to see all of the impacts. Sometimes we get bogged down in it and we can't really see the best way out. So step one is really rise up above and kind of look at the whole picture. Step two is really to answer the question, is this just a one-time occurrence because somebody made a true mistake? They didn't have a specific right eye on a scene, or they made a mistake, they made a wrong judgment call, they didn't do something the way that you had wanted them to do? Or is it at core foundation? Is this person a slacker? Is this person a person who's always looking for a way out and wants to do the easy thing? I need to know. I need to know if this was just a mistake that I need to coach application of skills and learning, or is this core? And from there, think of it as a roadmap. I'm going to split, because if it's just a one-time mistake, it's a great person just made a mistake, man, I've got to be very careful, because that person's going to be harder on himself than you as the coach could ever be. So I want to preserve the relationship. He already knows he screwed up. He already knows he did something wrong. So rubbing that in is not helping our relationship. Making him mad because I'm attacking that, not helping that situation. But allowing him to see how he could improve and not make that same mistake again, that's great leadership. Now the foundational core guy, that guy that's always making the mistake, almost doing it on purpose, I got to draw a line in the sand. I have to have a short rope there. And I do want to begin to say, you have made these many mistakes. Why have you made them, and how are you not going to make them in the future? All right, so that's step 2, is really to, after I get up high and I look around, step 2 is to say, is this a one-time mistake, or is this at somebody's core? And then I get into step 3, coaching specific behaviors that need to change for both of them. So even the one that just made the mistake, I'm going to coach the specific behavioral shift that needs to happen so it doesn't happen again. If it's the incongruent guy that's always making those mistakes, then I'm going to coach the specific behaviors he's doing wrong that he needs to stop doing in order to be a part of this team, and draw a line in the sand with consequences. But here's the point. Never attack the person. Never attack the whole person. Never catch yourself as a leader saying, "Why are you stupid? Why do you make stupid mistakes all the time? What is wrong with you?" Those are attacks on a human being, and we don't do that. We choose to discuss the behavioral choices the human being made and coach the behavioral choices. So that's really in step 3, is to focus on those behavioral choices. And then the last step, and this is more really for the donkey than it is for Baymax. We know Baymax's why. Baymax's why is he just wants to please. But we need to know the slacker's why. We need to know the poker's why. What's your why? I love to ask that question. Why do you make incongruent choices? Why do you choose to not hit your goals? Why are you self-sabotaging your success? I need to understand their why. And then as a leader, I can always coach to the why. If your why is pleasing, I know how to give that reward and recognition out. If your why is obstinance, man, I need to understand how to help you still feel like you have your own head and in control while you are becoming a valued part of the team. The donkey does some good stuff. The donkey brays when he's warning against coyotes or predators that come in. The donkey serves as kind of the mayor of the petting zoo. The donkey kind of controls the atmosphere of the room. The donkey just hates to be told what to do. So asking the donkey, what do you think you need to do to create success for this team? And then creating a plan to get there is great leadership. As always, whether I'm here at the Keeter Center in Point Lookout, Missouri, or whether I'm over at Mountain Creek Ranch in Shell Knob, Missouri, I am learning always about leadership. Thank you guys for joining for this Tales. Please go over, make sure if you're not on the YouTube channel, you pop over to @Tails, Tails MCR, and subscribe to us. We'd love to see you every week. Bye-bye.